coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yet you're coping and seething. The truth is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard. Coping and seething.
Every single person that's intelligent, hardworking, ambitious, had dreams and goals, has abandoned England in the last 200 years.
Power of one, the power of two, the power of...
Down to Poppa Roach, bleed 182!
The power of one, the power of two, the power of...
He's a smee. He's a smee. He's a smee. He's a smee. Hey.
Holy crap! Holy crap!
Victimizers beware! The racist and bigots' greatest nightmares! Social justice warriors! Get triggered!
It's the bias response team!
If you've been offended, your feelings must be defended! Go! Freedom of expression is a microaggression! Here comes Angela Frey! He's always ready to fight fascism with fascism!
Starbucks windows don't stand a chance.
Ethic enhancer. He's a systematic racism finder. Racism everywhere. Using the powers of screaming and shame, they win every debate by calling your name. They're heroes who think that they're victims. Social justice warriors.
Let's take some dope.
I am like,
I have had hallucinations on weed before.
if I get that high,
Them babies, Alyssa. Disabilities. I wanted to finish Elden Ring, goddammit.
He's a piece of shit.
Engines roar through the ash gray skies. The wasteland burns, but hope won't die. Every screen's a twisted lie, built to break us, make us comply. They poison the heroes, rewrite the tales, turn legends to dust, leave us frail. But we're not done, we won't bow down. Through the wreckage, we'll take the crown. Steel hearts ignite, fire in our veins. Freedom's calling, breaking the chains. They can't erase what we already know. HyperDrive now, let's fucking go. HyperDrive time, we're burning the night. Blazing through shadows, our stories ignite. Will all the fans come ride with me as we laugh at foolish hypocrisy? HyperDrive time is now or it's never, as long as they rule. Let's fucking go forever. Forever. Oh, forever. Forever. Go forever.
Yeah. All right. Very good, ladies, gentlemen, and nothing in between. Welcome once again to another voyage of discovery, racing through the wastes of the internet on to the further reaches of sanity on a never-ending quest to rid the universe of absolute bollocks. And if you got the emoji in the chat, I want to see it. Not seeing enough of these emojis lately. Or actually enough people. We're getting shadow banned. Boy, are we getting shadow banned. Haven't gained a sub all week. Well, before we set off, please ensure that you have your brains inside the vehicle at all times with your eyeballs firmly screwed to the screen. And of course, make sure that you
Like the stream.
like the stream, like it. I want to see the likes going up. I want to see more people getting notified that we are in here. Like the stream. Alrighty, we got a lot of stuff we're going to talk about today. But of course, first of all, let's see who's along for the ride already. Because some of you guys are awesome. And you're in here way before we even get started. And that's fantastic. We can see, of course, Derek Smith was here even before I was. That's commitment. Respect. Says the Falcon New World Order is going to flop, and we all know it. Well, I mean, yeah, that is what it is looking like. Let's be honest here. We are 100% seeing the early signs of a bomb. A little too early to tell right now, but we'll get there. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Of course, I'm here as well, shilling. Got to do the shilling. Yeah, obviously yesterday, I think you guys know I was, oh my God, deliriously tired and just trying to get everything done on both sides of life, from public facing to private stuff, and ended up having to real crash and get some damn sleep. So still owe you guys a stream. We'll double the length if we can get to goal. Absolutely. We'll dedicate my entire evening right into the middle of the night to actually getting good at Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, because at this point, it's been so long since I played it, I can't even remember how badly I suck. So there's that. UK Gamer is here. Hail all, and hail to you. Dividing Dragon says, howdy. Howdy to UK Gamer. And of course, got to get them blessings. Got to get those blessings. Because we're all dirty sinners here, apparently. Well, depending on who you ask. I mean, some of us go out of our way to avoid it, but hey, you know, no one's perfect. Anyway, then it's Mad Old Crow. Hello, Mad Old Crow. Hello, everyone, says Mad Old Crow. Sir Spamalot Dad C is here, down at the Copacabana. Hail all. Coping and seething at the Copacabana. That's right. That's right. Absolutely right. Anyone else in chat here? Sardox here says, hi, everyone. And shout out to all you guys with the Smeeg Heeds in the chat. You got to love that. I got to get an emoji for Crichton, right? Really have got to get an emoji for Crichton at this point. It's become part of the channel. It's part of the furniture now, calling everybody a Smeeg Heed. Love it. Land Strider's here. Hello to you too. Hunter as well. Praetor Mind. Zelosi. Shout out to Zelosi. And we've picked up a couple of others. I guess because you guys hit the like button. We got Zanzoltan here. Hello. Hello. Lilith, you finally made it. Lilith must have apologized to me about 100 times yesterday. It's okay. You can always watch the VOD. Better when you are here live, though. Of course. Robin Oz, excuse me. Mifune Takumi. Lurking in chat. Lurk away, but like the stream. Like the stream. Please. I mean, literally, it's the only way I'm going to get anybody in here.
Like the stream.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm just like taking the breaks off lately a little too much with honesty in the content or something, but YouTube, I can just tell YouTube hates me. 10,000 subscribers and I'm getting less views and less live views than I have had probably in a very, very long time. So, you know, that is not the coolest thing,
I'm going to be totally honest with you. This is sounding really gay.
So that's why it really is important to make sure that you like the stream, even if you're lurking. Liking and lurking, that's all good in the freaking hood. No problems there whatsoever. And of course, get those lost souls picked up to join the chat. More people to talk to means more fun for you. Your in-flight entertainment can also be unlocked by hitting that join button, kicking in a couple of bucks, and unlocking emojis. Shout outs in the comments, shout outs in the descriptions and the credits of the streams. Of course, if you have any questions, comments, or you just want to pull over and help a bro fill up the Addy Gamer tier bar, then you know how to do that as well. So we got plenty of other things that we need to talk about. Before we get into anything, though, let's have a quick look at Captain America Brave New World, because yeah, we've got we got a situation here. This movie is coming out. It is out now, I think. I don't know. I'm not in America, I mean, and I haven't got a freaking clue what's happening with this movie. It is a strange one, though, because, you think to yourself, you're pretty good at predicting these things after, years. And then you get a movie that comes out to a 5.9 rating from 13,000 people on IMDb with breakdowns. A lot of people hitting that 10, a lot of people hitting that 1, review brigades, review bombs, whatever. They're gonna happen no matter what at this point. They are going to happen. Not so many 9s, hell of a lot of 7s and 6s. So that's where audiences seem to lie, somewhere between 5 and 8, broadly speaking. Then you've got your extremes on either side. Not many 2s, 3s, or 9s. All right. So some people are enjoying this movie. I haven't seen a single freaking person who has enjoyed this movie. Everyone I know, I saw Kader's little car review that he did, and plenty of other people who've seen it have come back to me and told me this movie is absolutely awful, a complete Frankenstein of different mixed ideas. You can tell it was designed to be woke originally, but then woke became wildly unpopular during production. They had multiple screw-up test screenings. People were walking out. They were furious. And then the film finally comes out, and no one really cares. It's more like a fart in a hurricane. James Up is here for 5, says, sent you 2 DMs. The picture is private. The video you should play. Okay. That's never sure how to respond to something like that. Let me get some context, brother. All right, what we got here? Oh, that's nice. Yes, of course. I did see that. Actually, I saw you send that, but at the time when that arrived, and I appreciate that, I will share that with Mrs. of the fans. I was like somewhere between delirium and actual sleep, so I have no idea what the hell was going on. As for the video looks badass. Is this okay to play? Let me find out. Let's have a look. I'll get it on screen. Have a quick checkout from FAFO. Screw it, whatever, who cares? I'm shadow banned anyway. What's a little copyright claim at this stage? All right, let's have a look. Oh, hello.
You fucker!
Oh, wow. Oh, dude.
You left your marks, you shut us down. Call us names, try to run us out.
Oh, wow.
You pushed too hard, took too much. Now you're the ones who've lost their touch. You rigged the game, you changed the rules. Gaslit the world, played us for fools. But tides have turned, the storm is near. Cry all you want, we're still here. Faithful! Fuck around and find out. You tried to rule, but your time ran out. Faithful!
Damn.
Silent won't stay quiet now. We're taking back what you burned to the ground.
I'm just gonna let it play. This is awesome. This is awesome.
Censorship, lockdowns, all your control. Built your throne on a house of gold.
Damn, man,
Now you
people are so good at this.
Now you cry. Tears don't work. Truth don't lie. The games are done. The mask fell off. More lies. We've had enough. You played with fire. Now taste the flame. This time we're naming names. Faithful. Fuck around and find out. You tried to rule, but your time ran out. Faithful. The silent won't stay quiet now. We're taking back what you burned to the ground.
I need to know how somebody made this.
You call called us threats, you called us extreme.
Well,
We remember everything. From 24 and beyond, take your bets. Cause guess what? We ain't done yet.
I wonder if they've seen it.
Faithful! Fuck around and find out. Your kingdoms crumble, your luck ran out. Faithful! No more games, no more doubts. You lit the fire, now it's burning you down.
Damn, James up. What the hell, man? This is the most epic thing in it. I've seen him fucking forever. Whoa. What the fuck? That was amazing. Damn, man. People are doing such incredible things with AI. Like, ridiculous talented people are able to do so much with it. I need to know how people are getting access to this technology and how they're making these videos. I think they've got to be paying something for that technology, because I have never been able to find a video producing AI system that is worth a damn. And I have no idea. Man, I would love to be able to produce crap like that on that level. I can make some decent songs, but I basically have to edit them myself, video-wise. Damn, man, James up. That was epic, buddy. Wow. Really, seriously, that was so freaking cool. I'm gonna have to add that to the intro. I'm gonna have to add that to the intro. Damn. Whoa. Man, I should have saved that for later, but nah, screw it. I'm glad I've seen it now already. Really cool. Really cool. Damn, man. Anyway, that's your freaking Captain America right there. That's exactly who that is. Man, you can make some really great stuff using AI. People keep asking me, like, where the hell I get my songs from, and it's like, well, you know, time spent with AI refining is basically the answer. I don't have time to completely write a song, record it, and everything myself. I mean, I could if I had like a month to dedicate to it, but I don't have a month to dedicate to anything. I don't have a couple extra hours to dedicate. I can't even get enough sleep at night because I'm too busy. So there's that. Man, that was epic. You guys in the chat had a great time with it as well. You never know what's going to happen on this bloody show. This is why I love it. This is why I love going live so much. Anyway, thank you. And of course, thank you for filling up the first 10% of the bar, legend. So, yeah, I mean, it's kind of ironic that you sent me that while we were looking at Captain America, because Captain America is just a concept that is completely dead. No one relates to. Everyone's arguing over who Captain America is, what he would represent, what he would stand for. And at the end of the day, there was all that argument about Captain America doesn't represent America. So what's his freaking point then? And I say that as a person, again, who's not American. I'm not an American. Kind of wish I was these days, but I'm not. And I have to live with that. He says, drinking a cup of tea. Anyway, so the ratings are all over the place. We don't really know yet. It's a little bit early to tell, but I have seen a lot of people coming out and saying this movie is total trash. Total garbage. One of the best takes I saw was effectively saying that the movie should have come out a year ago when Marvel was at its absolute lowest, because since then a couple of trailers have come out. Some of them looked better than others. I didn't particularly rate the Fantastic Four trailer. I know a lot of people liked it. That's fine. Okay, cool, each to their own. But of course, then we've got the trailer for Daredevil, which, I mean, against all odds, seems to actually be following what people want from Daredevil. So that's something. Now that Marvel is just barely starting to creak it back together now, and they're capturing that goodwill again a little bit, just baby steps, right? Don't quote me. I'm not saying Marvel is saved, okay? I don't think Marvel is ever going to be saved. And I still refuse to pay for anything that they make outside of Deadpool and Wolverine, which I made an exception for. Ever since She-Hulk, I told them to go themselves. I'm not remotely interested in paying for anything from Marvel. But this, I mean, this comes out now, and you basically just gave someone a plate with like a couple of taster dishes on it, and then you said, "Ready for your main course, sir?" And you go, "Yeah, sure. This looks like it's going better than average." Then they come back and they've given you a plate of shit with a cherry on top, and not even just one person's shit either, because of course, remember, this has been stitched together from multiple different movies that have been trying to chase different political and ideological and social agendas to create one movie that has no idea what it's trying to say from everything everyone else is saying. So you've come out with this movie at a time when you basically had the first bit of momentum back and you've just shot it in the damn tires. You've just capped the knees. What a terrible time. What a terrible time. Interestingly, now this is where it gets very interesting, because in most cases when something like this happens, you're looking at a pretty predictable situation. And that is going to be that on Rotten Tomatoes, you're going to get critics who say it is great. Audiences are going to say it sucks. Yet that has not happened yet. And I say yet, there is a huge, of course, massive asterisk that you've got to put next to this. But we'll get to that. First of all, 50% on the tomatometer, because I refuse to say tomato meter. It's not how you pronounce that. And then 78%. Now, yesterday it was 80. Yesterday, the audiences were calling it an 80, and this is probably going to keep ticking down. I might refresh it just to see what it's doing at the moment. No, it still hasn't moved. Still hasn't moved yet. That's fine. Oh, I hate this site. It's so janky. You have to keep zooming and unzooming to get anywhere. Oh, God, make your mind up what you want to be, Rotten Tomatoes. Anyway, 50% from critics, 78% from 1,000 verified ratings at the moment. 40% from top critics, all audience, 73%. So at the moment, I think the real stands and shills have gone to see the movie. And a lot of them have come out saying they like it. Basically, every YouTuber is lining up on this movie is trash. Okay. I'm still not going to go see it unless somebody really, really wants me to and wants to pay for a ticket, which is only about $3 in the Philippines, so fuck it. But, you know, we'll see. Well, we'll see. Anyway, I'm not remotely interested in this movie. I'm just interested in it for the meta narrative, of course, which is which one's going to do worse. Is it going to be Captain America 4 or is it going to be Snow White? You know, which game is going to be the bomb of the year? Is it going to be Assassin's Creed, which I think is most likely the case per capita? Oh, dude, HeavenlyJester for $10 says go watch the movie. God. Thank you very much. My God. All right. I guess I got no bloody choice now. I'm gonna have to go see this freaking movie and try not to fall asleep in the screen. Maybe I'll get round to it tomorrow or something in between streams. We'll see how it goes. Probably better on a day when I'm not doing hyperdrive time, because I'll have more opportunity to get you know, a bit of free time. And maybe the wife wants to go see it. Now, you know what? I'm not going to inflict it on the wife. She's got enough on her plate without seeing a terrible movie. All right, we'll see. But HeavenlyJester, you freaking legend, filling up the bar, making it likely that I'm going to spend at least 4, maybe 5 hours playing Kingdom Come Deliverance today. Legend. All right, then. Fair enough. I guess I got no choice anymore. And, yeah, what is this? Is Assassin's Creed actually being delayed again? Because I heard something about that, but I couldn't find any proof earlier on. Let's see. Because I feel like they are 100%. Wait a minute. Where are we? No, that was... Where's your source, James? Where's your source? I know it was delayed until March 20th. That was a while ago. But I'm not seeing anything to say it's being delayed again since. Is there a tweet? Is there something I missed? Get it to me and I'll absolutely cover that. Because this is the biggest story for me at the moment. I'm absolutely waiting for that thing to come out. And because that is the true litmus. All right, hang on. Let me have a look at my own private sources, yeah, and we'll see what we got. Smash JT is saying it, and Demian is saying it. All right, all right, all right. Links would be appreciated. Hold on a moment. We'll see what's going on. Nope, you got me a post. Beautiful. All right. Shit. Smash has put out a video about it. Wow, I didn't even get time to see that yet. It's the problem with streaming the second you wake up. Still, it does give you guys the fun of sometimes breaking news to me. All right, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Well, I guess we're going to have to watch the video. But all right, we'll get to it. First, let's 100% just go ahead and finish what we were talking about with Captain America 4. We'll make time for it. Smash JT is on the thumbnail for a reason anyway, and that is because Legendary Drop seems to have nicked his work. But we'll get to that in a sec. Anyway, thanks for bringing that to my attention. This is a big one. This is more important than pretty much anything else that I'm going to talk about today, so we'll have a look at that. All right. All right. First of all, Cap 4. Looking good? Not so much. Compared to movies like Deadpool and Wolverine and Ant-Man and the Wasp, etc., it's nowhere near. Nowhere near. Looking terrible. Ant-Man and the Wasp's day one, 46 million. So far, what we see, and I know it's only previews, but 12 million. 12 million for Captain America Brave New World. Don't know if you can see any of this, of course. It's very, very small. 12 million estimates. I guess we'll see. Guess we'll find out. But there you go. That could get better. Now let's find out what the hell's going on with Assassin's Creed. Because I did not know about this. Ooh my. You caught me with my pants down, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Let's see what Smash is going to cook.
I've been contacted by an insider at Ubisoft with...
Okay. Is any company leaking more than Ubisoft at this point? Is any company like, is there anyone at Ubisoft that is not currently speaking to a YouTuber? And second question, sidebar, why are none of them me?
Exclusive news breaking on Smash JT once again that Assassin's Creed Shadows is getting another delay. And
I said 2 days ago, I said, literally, this game is probably going to get delayed again. But how is this going to go? Because you are a company that is staring down the barrel of bankruptcy, and your last Hail Mary hope is sitting on this freaking game. We know their investor call happened. I went out and made a video. Jesus. Oh, I actually recorded that even earlier yesterday than I'm up today, just to talk about how badly their financials are looking. They are screwed. I called it. I always do. Well, we're all getting pretty good at it at this point. It's not just me. Hypno's great at it as well. Smash is great at it as well. Leon's really good at predicting these things as well. We're all just becoming kind of trained to go, yeah, something feels off about this. It's nowhere near where it needs to be yet. How can you expect to release a game on March 20th? There are two very, very, very good reasons why they should not be releasing Assassin's Creed on March 20th. The number one biggest reason is the game clearly is nowhere near ready yet. And even with 4 additional months, it doesn't look like they're going to get those bugs out. Then, of course, we have a temple telling them to remove it because they keep destroying it. So now you've got yet another controversy with Japan. And if that's not enough, you've got another one. Literally, March 20th is the anniversary of a sarin gas attack that happened on the Tokyo subway, thanks to that crazy cult guy from back in the day. So you are looking at that. You do not want to be putting out a game in Japan. And clearly, I mean, this is a fair inference, I think. They really need Japan. They really need Japan. I don't know what the hell they're doing. It's like they've been courting nothing but controversy in Japan. I think they are seriously scared of what happens if this game comes out and Japan doesn't buy it. And I don't think there's anything they can do to turn this around at this point. I think at this point you're just refusing to die But there you go. No, I'm well aware about the temple. We covered it in WTF Live. We watched the clip over and over and over again of Yasuke marching into that Shintoist temple and just smashing it to pieces, including the shrine, the actual central, I can't think what the word is, altar itself with the mirror as well. Like, just, dude, what are you fucking doing? What are you doing? That's what happens, man. You should have brought in a team, a core team of Japanese developers and artists. It's just night and day with Ghost of Tsushima, and we know where that's going, so we'll see. But okay, all right. So apparently it's delayed again. Okay.
Another delay.
We actually speculated. We'll get to the video, guys. We actually speculated that this movie was going to get delayed another year. That ultimately it won't come out until November, but I think that might be still a little far-fetched. But anyway, let's give him time.
Shadows is getting another delay, and the delay that it's getting is going to be for
Love that t-shirt, man. Gotta get me one of them
for a couple more months, if my insider is to be believed. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Smash JT. And I was scrolling through my email trying to get through everything, and holy crap, did I find a banger today with someone who works at Ubisoft reaching out to me to share some insanely damning info regarding the troubled and very well documented development cycle of everyone's favorite game to clown on, Assassin's Creed Shadows. According to my source, who's currently at Ubisoft, as I can't...
Look at this shit, man. Like, hang on, let me up the quality of it here, because I don't know if it's just me or if Smash has put a low quality clip in his video, but this looks trash.
According to my source, who's currently at Ubisoft, as I can't really say, the game...
Okay, there are huge issues with this. Okay, huge, colossal, freaking, terrible issues with this. Idiots on X defending the game have and will continue to say, it's exactly the same as Assassin's Creed Valhalla. To which I say, you are retarded. There is a big difference between a game where you play an invading Viking burning down churches in the United Kingdom, okay, which is at the time not even the United Kingdom yet. But literally, the Vikings come over and they're trying to tear back the rising tide of Christianity, and fair enough for them if they want to. But you know, they're invaders. You are against the Christians. They are your enemies as a Viking, at least at first anyway. But you are burning down churches, and the other difference, of course, is that when you go into the churches to burn them down, there's nobody there. Nobody inside. There's no priest. There's no NPCs around. And you just basically set the whole thing on fire. You don't get any imagery, of desecrating the actual iconography of the religion in any way at all. So this is night and day, okay, for two reasons, and we need to unpack them all individually. The first reason is obviously this is a shot of Yasuke smashing the temple to pieces, right? We'll mute it for a second. He runs inside, full tilt, and immediately starts kicking the crap out of everything in there, smashing the tables, smashing everything, runs over to the altar with the mirror, of course, and just smashes it up. Smashes it up with a sword, just smashes it to pieces. So that's very different right out of the gate. That's very, very different. You can kill soldiers and people defending the churches, but there's no priest and things like that. At the end of the day, there are people here who are monks that are running the temple. There's people outside. You can kill NPCs, of course. We've seen that. We've seen a scene where he runs into another one of these kind of places and he just bats the head off a pregnant woman. So there's a tonal shift. Obviously, none of this is 100% confirmed until the game comes out, but this is a bad look, especially for the more important difference, which is that he is supposed to be, in the fictional history of this game, in the unrealistic bullshit history of this game, Yasuke is supposed to be a fucking samurai, right? I know Yasuke was not a samurai. There's no possible way he could have been a samurai, but in the game, he is a samurai. So in the fake reality of this, Yasuke is a samurai. And pretty sure the samurai are about the last damn people who are going to walk into a Shinto shrine and start smashing it to pieces. Unless it's something that, like, Nobunaga is telling them to do, but why? I don't know. I'm not an expert, but I'm thinking based on what I've seen from Shohei Kondo and other Japanese YouTubers covering it, walking into a shrine just to smash it to pieces is not a good thing. Not a good thing at all. Definitely not. Anyway, here we go. Well,
loves everyone's favorite game to clown on, Assassin's Creed Shadows.
It really is my favorite. Yeah,
it's currently at Ubisoft, as I can't really say. The game is headed for another delay, and this time it's being delayed until May.
So that would then be a total of 6 months delayed. 3 times for a total of 6 months.
Hit that subscribe, give me a like, and check out SmashJT.com for the full article breaking down the latest news of Assassin's Creed Shadows being delayed until May 2025.
A lot of people are getting on to Smash JT lately and criticizing him, and I'm fucking tired of it because the guy's doing great work and people are actually contacting him. So yeah, just cancel the damn game. At this point, if they canceled it, they would immediately go bankrupt. Like, they need to release this, and they need to release it in a state that people will want to buy it. They are probably 6 months. 6 months is probably enough time. I don't know if it is or not. To remove Yasuke, to like turn Yasuke into an NPC and reinsert Taka Yamauchi. I don't know. I don't know if they can do that. Maybe they can. Maybe. I don't think so, though. I think, like, oh, this game is rapidly turning into the Captain America, the Snow White of gaming. Constantly changing it. There's got to be something they've decided to do, and it won't be May. If they decide to go in and change Yasuke, and they hadn't made that decision until January, February, and then they greenlit it to replace him with a character they probably spent the last few months making just in case, it's still going to take them 3 or 4 months to release this game. Yeah, I find it very hard to believe if that was the route they were taking, which is pure speculation on my part, of course. Very hard to imagine that they would actually be able to release it in May. Smash JT is like our gamer uncle. Yeah. Uncle Smash. Well, no, wait, that doesn't sound very good at all. Ugh. Yeah. No, just Uncle Jeff, all right? Since it's public knowledge now that his name is Jeff. Anyway, here we go. Oh, what's going on? Get back on the full screen.
And real quick, before anybody rags on me for the t-shirt, my wife...
I complimented the t-shirt. I'm a YouTuber.
Wife got it for me for Valentine's Day, and I promised her I'd wear it in my next video. So here I am wearing it in this breaking news.
Dude, it's a fine t-shirt. It's a mockery of yourself. Nothing wrong with that.
Video that everyone's going to be watching, and yeah, like and subscribe. Assassin's Creed Shadows is facing yet another delay.
My wife got me a shirt like that. I would wear it proudly. I would wear it regularly, just to poke fun at the grift, you know?
The game this time being pushed back so far that we're now over half a year past the point of the original release date of November 2024. Imagine how much additional money Ubisoft is spending just to keep
quality B-roll there.
Keep this game afloat and in development, chugging along as the car is basically breaking down, and they're just...
Didn't they spend 20 million or something. 20 million delay. Was it 20 or 12 million? Nope, the delay of Assassin's Creed Shadows cost Ubisoft around 20 million euros, $20.4 million. The delay was due to the company wanting to ensure the game was as polished as possible before release. And then it came out a month ago, and we got to look at the jank running through concrete walls, not being able to pet the dog, running into shrines and smashing heads off pregnant women with a big fucking spiked bat. It's a train wreck. I mean, come on, buddy. You got no hope. At this point, they must be borrowing money to fund this. I don't know.
Pushing it on the highway at this point. This isn't the first time Assassin's Creed Shadows has found itself in any kind of hot water, and actually at this point it's not even close to it. From the beginning, the game's been plagued with delays, controversies, developmental setbacks from reportedly a slew of contractors and first-time employees. But whoa, the latest—
that's another one. They actually said they didn't have any like really experienced devs working on this. Mark Alexis Cote came out and said, to answer the headlines of the devs don't think the game's going to be very good, he's like, what do they know? They've never released a game before. Whoa, buddy. You sure you want to let people know about that? Okay. That's your call.
The latest twist now revolves around a supposed pushback from cultural officials regarding the depiction and destruction of religious shrines, which I've seen a good amount of people on X take serious issue with, and how it was so disrespectful.
I mean, have you ever seen anything this brazenly disrespectful in an Assassin's Creed game?
Culture. Apparently, Ubisoft is taking this to heart now and saying, yeah, that's probably not a great look for us to be doing that.
I mean, look, okay. I'm going to have to get it back on the screen from the other day, which will take me a moment. Just a second. Right, hold on. And I'll be able to show you. Let's go back to a couple of days. We were looking at this. Yeah, you mean, like, how did they not know this was going to piss off Japan? Japan was pissed off about the broken Torii Gate. Japan was pissed off about the stolen reenactment flag. Japan was pissed off about the Sandai Kitetsu. Japan was pissed off about the Black Samurai. And you still left in smashing their religious shrines to pieces. Who is running the show? Who is in charge? Apparently it's Mark Alexis Cote, and he is a freaking yogurt. He is a useless imbecile. He is an absolute idiot. If he doesn't get, you know what?
He's a smee. He's a smee. He's a smee. He's a smee.
There you go. He's a smeeg heed. All right. Let's get back to the video.
In a game based in feudal Japan, having our main protagonist destroying sacred religious sites, yeah, you don't want to do that kind of stuff. This kind of controversy feels eerily similar to the other missteps Ubisoft has made in the past that I've covered in great detail.
Oh boy. Give me a moment there. All right, let's go back. This was part of their ridiculous apology that they put out in July. To our esteemed Japanese community, a message from the Assassin's Creed Shadows development team. First, we want to express our heartfelt thanks. Okay, for a company that looks to express its heartfelt thanks. Heartfelt thanks, guys. Heartfelt. You left in smashing their religious centers to pieces. By way of expressing your heartfelt thanks and apologizing, you're smashing their religious centers to pieces. How can anybody be this tone deaf? I genuinely don't understand it. I genuinely don't understand it. Well, we know that they were smashing up and burning churches in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, but again, you're an invading, marauding Viking in that. So at least it makes sense.
great detail on this channel, where they fail to properly represent or respect cultures that they claim to celebrate in their games. Almost like no matter where they step, Ubisoft is going to find that rake and hit themselves in the face with it. My insider reached out.
that's your Tory Gate. For anyone who wasn't watching 6 months ago when I was making videos about this, or 4 months ago, the Tory Gate, you know, Bird Gate, basically, is one's broken. And there have only ever been a couple of broken Torii gates in Japan. And this one was, whether correctly or incorrectly, it seems to have been correct, but there were a lot of people trying to run interference for it. This one is very resemblant of a particular one in Nagasaki that was blown apart into this shape, this misshapen version, by the nuclear strikes at the end. Oh my god, and then they continued to delay the game, and then they had it set up to release next month on the 20th for the sarin gas attacks anniversary. I don't understand. I need like the Sideshow Bob clip with the rakes at this point. And I'm gonna have to make that. I'm gonna have to make that. Because we are just Ubisoft, every time they turn around, they smash something. It's like a farce at this point. It's like watching the Marx Brothers or something, like or the Three Stooges or Laurel and Hardy, where you know you mean well, and yet every single move you make destroys another part of some poor man's house. Just embarrassing. I don't understand how you could possibly be this incompetent. It has to have been malice at this point. Even a broken clock is right twice a day, and Japan is saying that their clock has stopped. The arms have fallen off. The arms have fallen off this fucking clock. All right.
Out to me, and while I don't want to go into much detail, I will say I don't know this individual, but I have personally verified who they are by the name that they gave me and the credentials that they showed. So take this what you will from an insider letting me know the situation, and the information they gave me is going to be heavily redacted because I don't want to give out any information as to who they are or a way to find them. But the information that I do give you guys here is going to most likely blow your mind. Well, actually, it probably won't. It's Ubisoft and Assassin's Creed. Is anyone really surprised?
Here we are. You see? Absolutely right. Is anyone remotely surprised by any of this crap? No. I mean, I called it. I freaking called it.
I am redacted with Ubisoft redacted as a redacted, working mainly on redacted, which has its problems with redacted. And
we live in such a stupid world. Such a stupid world. I am redacted with Ubisoft redacted as a redacted, working mainly on redacted, which has its problems with redacted. Jesus Christ. 5 redactions in one sentence. It's almost as bad as the FBI.
And I know that's a lot of redactions, but this person was very forthcoming with everything that they did there to make sure I believed them and understood who they were. But they continued saying, I am contacting you regarding an upcoming and unannounced delay with Assassin's Creed Shadows. This is mainly
Well, that would explain why I didn't know it.
Due to complaints from cultural officials around the destruction of shrines, but also to patch numerous bugs. The delay should be announced in about a week, and it will probably be until May.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Man. Ubisoft. It's like, let's see now. It's a little bit like watching a YouTuber who is a grifter who constantly changes their perspective and what they stand for and attacks everybody and betrays all their friends and ultimately ends up in legal trouble for one reason or another. And then looks around and every friend they've had is the one holding the knife. Every friend is there going, I don't give a fuck. You're on your own, bro. This is what's happened to Ubisoft now. They've turned around. They're looking at the gamers. They're looking at their investors. They're looking at everyone, and everyone is standing there going, "Bitch, you dead. You played everything wrong at every possible turn. You made a mistake from arrogantly telling us not to own our games, that we should get comfortable not owning our games, right down to this moment here." Every move Ubisoft has made has been a duplicitous backstab, a self-own that they were expecting would ultimately pay off, but ultimately resulted in nothing but their own damn bleeding out in the Senate. So there you go. Sucks.
So they're saying probably May. It might even be pushed past that date, which is...
That wouldn't surprise me either. In fact, May seems a little shallow, to be honest. I just don't think there's any point in releasing this game with Yasuke in it. I don't. And until you eventually turn around and say, fuck, we badly need to clean house here and get rid of this Yasuke shit. We badly need to change what this game even is. Yeah, that is a good pause in it. I'll send that to Smash JT right now. Yeah, until they actually can face the fact that they have completely screwed the pooch in every way on every single freaking level. I'm just sending this to Smash right now. He's gonna love it. They are never going to be free of this. You can't keep just changing the dressing on a hole straight through your chest and out your back. Okay, like you can't just keep bandaging that up and expecting it to get better. Okay, it's never gonna work. It's never gonna work. You are ultimately just gonna bleed out slower. You need to go to hospital and get some emergency stitching or something. I don't know. You're probably dead already, but there you go. Yasuke should have been a supplementary character. I agree. Yeah, I agree. 100% agree. Yeah, Smash just emoted laughing at my ass off at the response to that. All right.
Easy enough in its own right. Until
I don't know if he's watching or not.
Realize, yeah, Ubisoft really isn't ready to launch this game. They're
not remotely ready. They can't get ready. They will never be ready as long as this is the game they're trying to launch. It just won't work. It won't work. I really do feel like it's fucked. It's dead. It's really, really doomed. There is nothing they can do.
This insider's account is accurate. The company's explanation to the employees claims that the delay is going to be due to cultural sensitivities and bug fixing.
Uh-oh. Looks like they're responding to this. Exactly. Japanese Shrine demands removal from Assassin's Creed Shadows after depicting it getting smashed to pieces. This is the same clip again, but with a little bit better lighting. I mean, that thing kind of fell apart by itself, but you shouldn't be surprised. Yasuke can smash a concrete wall by running through it. Is it because he's black? Congratulations, you played yourselves. Anyway, there you go. Yeah, seems that Grums was breaking the story about this. And of course, Smash JT follows suit, breaking the story that the delay is happening.
But that might just be nothing more than a convenient cover story to the people at the game company working at Ubisoft, thinking that this is something that they can fix and work on to get out the door, when in reality, it might be something completely different. A lot of people, including myself, are speculating that the delay is actually more towards selling them to Tencent and not having a game published because it's worth more before publishing than after having it go out to the open.
That crossed my mind about 90 seconds ago, and I didn't say anything because I thought, is that too much of a conspiracy theory? But apparently not, because Smash JT is arriving at the same thing. Is this game worth more as a pre-launch release? They delay it again. They make a deal with Tencent. They get some extra money. They delay it another 6 months, and then they finally release it when it's in a condition that can actually be called worthy of releasing. But a significant portion of the profits goes to Tencent. to sweeten the pot and ultimately help the buyout. Because I think the buyout at this point, if that is actually the direction they're going in, is inevitable. If that is something that's been floated, then it's probably happening. And it's probably already underway. I don't know. But Smash JT's thinking seems to line up with mine. Oh, what a freaking surprise. That tends to be how things go all the time.
Market and completely fall flat on its face. There's been growing speculation that Yasuke, the controversial co-main character who's become the lightning rod for criticism within the gaming community, has seen his role drastically reduced. What began as a key figure of DEI injection into Assassin's Creed Shadows has now reportedly scaled so far backwards to the point where he's not even required in any of the key quests in the game anymore. This apparent attempt to sidestep more backlash from people seems like it's a desperate move by Ubisoft to try and salvage the game's reception.
Yeah, that is exactly what it is. It's another damn Hail Mary. By the way, guys, if you are here and you are enjoying what I'm doing, don't forget,
Like the stream.
the stream.
And avoid any further controversy once the game releases, assuming it does get released. On the other hand, I could easily argue that the real reason why the delay is there might be far more strategic. Considering all the recent speculation about the potential buyout by Tencent, it isn't really hard for anyone to imagine that Ubisoft's delaying Shadows for more important business reasons could ultimately be why they're doing it. An unreleased, in-progress game could potentially hold way more value in acquisition negotiations than a finished published title, especially if that published title doesn't do very well when it launches. If Tencent is actually prepping to take over Assassin's Creed Shadows, it would be worth far more as an unreleased property.
What did I just say? What did I just say? What did I just say? Can I call it or not?
Under the development at that point than a finished product where they just purchased Ubisoft and they don't really have anything worth of value, and they have a game that just came out and fell flat on its face and nothing really of excitement after that. But
yeah, you buy a studio that's got a game that is in trouble, but when it comes out, if they've actually done some good faith, serious fixes to it, can make them a lot of money on release, especially if they turn it around, they take out all the crap, remove the cancer, rebuild it, put it out without Yasuke as a main character with a Japanese guy. Of course, it's not going to happen because China fucking hates Japan. And I think that's pretty obvious, but I think, oh man. I don't know. The level of malevolence that we are dealing with here. Weston Hudson, what's going on? I'm late and I'm not giving you that clip. We're just covering some breaking news that Smash JT has decided to break, that Assassin's Creed Shadows is getting delayed another couple of months on top of the already established delays, and speculating about whether or not Tencent is really going to just buy this before it comes out so that they can try to maximize its profitability and make it worth it for them. Because again, as Smash JT pointed out, and as I was speculating a few seconds ago, what's in it for Tencent? You buy Ubisoft and they've got nothing ready to drop, nothing ready to make them any of their investment back for a year or two. What are you going to put out? Assassin's Creed Hex, the lesbian witch Assassin's Creed game? No. Honestly, at this point, Elon should just buy it and just completely change everything. Just buy it. Fucking shelve that stupid game and then wait and put out a complete fucking new, back to basics, no RPG elements, like modestly sized Assassin's Creed game, story-driven Assassin's Creed game, because they really did not need to be releasing like geographically to scale fucking countries or portions of countries anyway, which take years to traverse, just to drag out the growth of a character over several hours, where you know, it should take 20 minutes to level up, it takes 2 hours just to make you pay more microtransactions for pointless bolted on RPG elements. It's not an RPG. It's supposed to be action adventure. It's supposed to be stealth. It's supposed to be historically accurate. All three of those things that I just said fucking screwed the pooch on this game. Not a chance in hell. Is it worth more money to Tencent or another potential investor if they just keep delaying it and then try to sell the company, and they buy a company on the precipice of a launch, save the game, delay it another year, put it out really good? I don't know. It's all too much speculation.
Flat on its face, and nothing really of excitement after that. But my source continues, and they said, sharing this with you as the game.
I mean, obviously the best decision would be to have never made this.
Game is in a not ready state and disrespectful to Asian culture.
Of course, this is a rumor, by the way, guys, but I mean, I'm inclined to agree. I'm inclined to believe it. Smash doesn't put out stuff that doesn't convince him it's true. What's that? Outlaw devs to finish Division 3. Yeah, I know.
Although I work with some good people, the team is a mess. This is coming from an insider at Ubisoft, fully coming forward and saying, yeah, there's some really good people I work with, but at this point, the game is a complete buggy, broken mess, and the team that we have isn't any better.
What? Hang on a minute. Wait. What? Okay. Now a douchebag is attempting to claim to be the leaker. Oh, wow. Okay. Let's have a look. What the fuck's going on? Give me a second here, guys. I need to take a look here. See what the hell we're looking at here. Well, McDizzle Gaming, who has been not the most amazing human ever, has released None of This Is Reality. And I know because I am the leaker. I did this to demonstrate the bad faith reporting in gaming news, especially around a game like Assassin's Creed Shadows. Ethics in gaming journalism is important. What? The only communication is attached. You didn't verify? Really? Really? Reached out to me to say they were just messing with him. All right, I don't know about this because this dickhead regularly does stuff like this just to try to discredit other people. Okay. It does line up. But team is a mess. My name is blah, if you want to confirm. I mean, this is the email. This does look like the email. I'm not blowing it up too big for you guys for a start, but Smash tends to verify his sources, so I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Guess we'll have to wait and find out, eh? Because this person is now claiming that they put together a hoax, which, if so, I mean, this dickhead McDizzle is a real pain in the ass. Would be pretty funny, though, I guess. Would be pretty funny. Well, it would be funny if that is, if it's true, but if not, I don't know. At the moment, I couldn't possibly tell. Oh, well, I guess we'll find out, won't we? But there you go. I don't exactly understand what McDizzle Gaming, if this is true, would actually be accomplishing here. Because realistically, all you're doing is discrediting the only voices that people can trust, because you certainly can't trust the mainstream journalism. And now, if you say you can't trust anybody else, well, there you go, I guess. I guess that's it. And here's well, there you go. Anyway, I guess we'll find out. We'll find out in the next week, one way or another, whether this is legit or a hoax or what. But there you go. Oh, well. See, this is what happens when people just try to sow seeds of chaos into everything. All you end up doing is confusing everybody. No one knows where they stand. No one knows what else is going on, whether it's a publicity stunt or just a hoax or some troll trying to wind somebody else up. I don't know. Either way, it's really, really stupid. And well, there you go. I don't know what to say about that. Guess we can watch the end of the video just to see what he said. Because again, if true, interesting.
Regardless of the reasoning, the truth is that the game is quickly becoming the laughingstock of the entire gaming community. Actually, we could even argue that the game's already been there for the better part of the last year or so. What was once a highly anticipated entry into the Assassin's Creed franchise has devolved into nothing more than a series of embarrassing delays, internal chaos, diversity, equity, and inclusion injections, and mounting criticisms from both players.
And there you go. I know he tends to check his sources, so this could just be a hoax. I don't know. All I do is look at what people are reporting, editorialize, and comment on it to try and entertain my audience. There you go. That's all it is. Either way, the game looks fucked, and it won't be exceptionally well sold if it comes out in the state that we've seen it in. So, all right, let them fucking go. Release the game next week if you want, guys. All right, let's see how it goes. Evil thrives in chaos. Yeah, I know. I know, these pathetic little bitches trying to fuck around with people. But hey, it is what it is. It was bound to happen sooner or later anyway. But I guess we'll find out. Again, I just said it because Smash JT will now have to verify whether or not there's any weight to this or not. Oh well, for now then, let's just go with something I do know. Which, of course, is that Avowed is out. And it's mid. It seems to be making some people very happy, although I don't really understand why. Wait, what? Who's this douchebag? Kotaku are the paragons of moral, unbiased journalism, and I have 10 girls round to coming to see me later. Who's that? Is this serious? I don't know. Troll is troll. Anyway, Avowed is now backtracking on the pronoun display. We saw this. The game is out. You can actually turn off the ridiculous pronoun bullshit in the game. So that's, I don't know if that's too little too late, really. I guess I know Alyssa's shilling for it. I know I saw that. Where did I see that? I've got a picture of it somewhere from J Viper. I'm saying Avowed has that special RPG source where I just one more mission until it's 2 a.m. God, your writing is so fucking amateurish. Absolutely loving the combat, tough but with tons of variety. The humor, biting and brilliant, and the visuals, hyper-pigmented fantasy, a must-grab, in my opinion. Yeah, I've watched a fair bit of people playing this, and it looks generic as fuck, bland as fuck, undercooked, frankly. The one thing we can say is pronouns are optional. And I still think that pronouns being optional is... Oh, right. TGAP, you're being sarcastic. Sorry, bro. That's what I thought. Anyway, yeah, pronoun display is now optional. And as a result, we are looking at a situation where we have to once again gauge whether this is woke or not. It's simple, really. It's really quite simple. The fact that pronouns are in there at all is a departure from reality. Okay? Pronouns are bullshit. Pronouns represent an attempt to alter reality around you, to force you into a new paradigm where you have to alter what you have grown up with all your life to accommodate a bunch of insane people. Okay? If it's even in the game, whether it is mandatory or not, the fact that it is trying in any way to give somebody who wants this normalized that little extra injection of clout is terrible. Cultural Marxist crap. Exactly. You're right. So as a result, I'm forced to say that the game is, according to Hypno and what I've seen of him playing it, as well as what he's actually said on stream about it and what he showed on his Hypnocast about it, mid as fuck. Mechanically mid. Like a boring version of Skyrim. Great. So you've managed to make a game that's not quite as good as a game from 14 years ago. Yes, it has been that long since Skyrim came out. And ultimately, that would be bad enough. But you've put optional pronouns in it, which is woke. Okay? It's not, yes, exactly. He said you have to put in your pronouns even if you choose not to show them. Exactly. Exactly. So you have to pay lip service to the existence and thus verify, or at least kiss the ring on the validity of personal pronouns in order to play the game. So anyone who's actually playing the game has had to, whether ironically or tacitly or very, 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 very deliberately acknowledge that they agree with pronouns. Do you know what I mean? It's like walking into a restaurant and the waiter hands you a disclaimer before you, or a waiver before you sit down at the table saying, may contain huge chunks of shit. And you read it and you're like, and then you sign it and you say yes. Now, don't get me wrong. A lot of people are going to have to sign that if they want to review the restaurant. But at the end of the day, everybody else who's gone in there has already tacitly acknowledged that they will probably end up eating some shit at some point. It's the same old analogy. I know it's boring, but it's accurate. It's fucking accurate. So there's that. Anyway, so the pronoun display thing is bad enough. But, you know, the other thing that we need to keep in mind is that the psychotic moron, Matt Hansen, Mr. Neckerchief himself, has been radio silent for quite a while now. Remember, of course, it wasn't that long ago that he went after Elon Musk. Where was the tweet? It's in here somewhere. In here somewhere. There it is. There it is. We were talking about the blue sky thing. We were talking about the him thing. We were talking about the that. And he said, I just badly wanted to make him mad with my game, and I can't believe it actually worked. This is the kind of coping, seething, feminine snitch energy that you get from people within the industry. And it says, I wanted so badly to make him mad with my game, and I just can't believe it actually worked. So you made a game to piss off Elon Musk. That is retarded. But not as retarded as, obviously, that's not what you set out to do. You are coping. When he said that, it was pathetic. He was saying, okay, so the game's come out, Elon's shitting on it, and now I'm trying to say that it was deliberately done to try and get the attention of Elon Musk. Is there a harder cope in the world than that? I don't think so. What
you are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth it is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard. Coping and seething.
There it is. There it is. Purist cope. And really just an opportunity to have a laugh at the expense of a bunch of idiots who think Avowed is actually worth playing. So there you go. I guess we'll find out. But of course, I don't believe for a second that Avowed is going to really move the needle. I really don't. I wonder how many people are playing it. Has anyone shown the Steam DB charts? Because I know it's still in early access. But let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Avowed. Where is Avowed? All right. And get it on the screen. Some numbers, please. Show me some charts, baby. Ooh. That is not particularly good. That's not good at all. I mean, it's not terrible for early access, but no, it is pretty terrible for early access. Damn. Under 10,000 people. That is not indicative of a game that is going to do very well when it comes out. And also, isn't it shooting yourself in the foot to let all these people play this game and find out that it's mid shit slop, woke flavored mid? Is that not? I don't know. I think at the end of the day, if you're paying for Game Pass, right, or whatever other platform this might be on, and you get early access as a result, you've just basically saved yourself 60, 70, 80, whatever dollars it is, 90. Okay, so you paid $90 to get it? I thought it was on Game Pass. Unless you paid it just to get it in early access. But I thought it was understood that if you have Game Pass, you get it early access anyway. Oh, on PC, right? On PC, I see. God damn, that's stupid. Why the fuck? Oh, man. Oh, well, there you go. I don't think this game's going to move the needle. I don't think this game's going to help itself at all. I think Obsidian have just taken a huge shit in the well. Because they were once the darlings, the great sympathized with studio that got screwed over by Bethesda. So, okay, right, I see. So the few people who have paid for this have paid for it in order to get early access, and all they're revealing to people is that the game is mid as fuck and that it's not worth paying for. So then everybody else will only play it when it comes out on Game Pass. Thus, yeah, the only people who would actually pay for this after looking at it would be ultimate shills or people who are actually normies and who don't pay attention to any of this stuff. Shit. This game's not going to make any money at all. God damn. God damn. Oh, well, I guess. There you go. There you go. We'll get on to some other stuff in a minute. Let's see. But first of all, this still is irritating me, this whole McDizzle gaming thing. Because if you've conned somebody into running with a story, first of all, you're a dick. Secondly, his whole argument here is effectively stating that he didn't verify any of the credentials. But this guy was clearly determined to get a gotcha. So it wouldn't have been that hard to verify anything or fake verify anything. So I'm still just sort of looking at this as it's unfolding and thinking about it. And yeah, if it is a hoax, then there really was no way around it. It's going to do a lot to fuck up what we call insider culture, you know, with people claiming to come out and talk to YouTubers. It's just, ironically, a bunch of people who a year ago or 2 years ago or 3 years ago were shilling for authorities to control misinformation, now just throwing and spraying misinformation out there at worst. So that's really bad. Anyway, that just was one thing that popped into my head there. But we'll move on. Because again, we have to talk about our pal, our good buddy, Smash JT. Who, you know, a few days ago now, a couple of days ago anyway, depending on where you are in the world, was talking about, and I was talking about, and we were talking about Liana Hafer, who, of course, had a complete and total spurging meltdown about the fact that, well, people don't trust voice. Yeah. People don't trust these journos anymore. She had a complete and total meltdown and said, I'll take a whole point off the review score for any future map games and call it the Gulf of America. Now, this, of course, is insanity. Complete and total pure insanity. At the end of the day, the Gulf of Mexico was renamed. Okay? And anybody who is obviously a dude claiming to be a trans person, claiming to be something else, would probably prefer it if you would use their new name. Now, this, of course, is TJ Hafer, who now wants to be known as Liana. So are you okay with being called TJ still? No? What's that? Dead naming? Is that what that is? Hey, can you let Smash JT know about this as quickly as possible? Already underway. Don't worry. I can see what's going on anyway. Now, Dragon Age Veilguard review, 9 out of 10. given to this fucking game by Liana Hafer. Why? Because of titty scars, trans identity bullshit, right? Media bias. And while we were talking about this the other day, while we were talking about Liana TJ Hafer and all of that other stuff, Ryan and John and I realized we'd crossed over into a new realm where there is absolutely no veil up, ironically, a veil between you and the journalists who have managed just barely for the last 10 years or so to cling to the impression that they may have a single bone of professionalism inside. Liana Hafer just smashed that to pieces with this major spurg, actually calling out their own biases, actually revealing some real meltdown shit too. I guess hormones, not even once. Am I right, gang? You think I'm joking? Says Len Liana TJ Hafer. You think I want to do this forever? I can start some fires on the way out. Try and call the bluff. Whoa, buddy. I know we're all stealing PPP's catchphrase these days, but it's fun to say. Nobody has ever let this amount of soft power go to their head before. What's that? As far as I know, yeah. I can never remember that one. Yeah, but that's not really the issue, is it? It's not up to you. It's up to you to go ahead. If you have government support saying your name is now Liana, if you've changed your name by deed poll or whatever Americans have, then I suppose we have no choice but to call you Liana. And someone calling you TJ would be dead naming you. But surely then, if you refuse to call the Gulf of America, then you are dead naming a region. So there you go. Yeah, I actually tweeted about this stuff a few days ago now, and I tweeted again yesterday. Basically, when we saw all these trans psychos sitting in a government building, going on and on and on about their fifis being hurt and wanting Worcester, Massachusetts to become a sanctuary city for transgender and gender diverse people. Well, I just simply said this. I said, it's clear that these people are seeking asylum, so let's give them a home where they can all live together with their own kind. We can reassure them that it's a safe space where no one from the outside world can hurt them by locking the doors, putting a big fence up around it, keeping them safe with a sign that says asylum. Keep out. I mean, am I saying anything there that is offensive? No, it's in their best interests, guys. It's in their best interests. Anyway, that's fair enough. But to get back to the point, and that point would be, we've now entered a realm where any veneer of professionalism surrounding these IGN journalists, the Kotaku journalists, etc., the last vestiges of any reality that they were trying to pull over your eyes that implies that they are in any way professional in any way, shape, or form is gone. It's dissipated. I said it 2 days ago. A few people have said it, and now Legendary Drops is saying it. Literally with this video saying IGN has completely crashed out, which we're going to watch a bit of. We're going to watch a bit of in a few minutes. But, and it's the fair point. It's actually a good thing that a channel with over 260,000 subscribers is saying what I said a couple of days ago, what Ryan said as well, and stuff like that, because it does help to boost the mentality that we were right. Of course, we get no credit. But then, you know, there's another element of this as well about getting credit. And that is that Smash JT has this thumbnail from, 4 months ago when he made this video about how IGN 7s are basically an irrelevant sort of generic review number that they just pump out. Everything's a 7, meaning nothing is. Kind of like how if every day was Christmas, then nothing would be. And it seems that Legendary Drops, oh, nice thumbnail. Nice thumbnail for this video we're going to watch. Let's compare them again. Wow. So you just 100% stole Smash JT's thumbnail. Put some text on it, put a sepia tone over it, and released it. Like that, I'm sorry, but there is no way, right? These lines here, even this little splotchy bit on the top left corner of the 7, it's literally the same picture. It's literally the same exact picture. You can tell from just this little imperfection here. If I zoom in on the other one as well. See? Right there. It's the same fucking picture. You just stole you stole Smash JT's thumbnail and put your text on it. All right, bro. I guess, you know, there it is. I mean, we've all nicked a bit of stuff from each other here and there. I like to make little PNG cutouts of people that I'm talking about, which I then send to people in order to help them, my friends, to have more resources to quickly produce thumbnails, because it takes hours to produce thumbnails. And I spent the last 2 years making sure I have a whole bunch of little puppet versions of people that I include in my videos so that I can just drop them into a thumbnail, arrange them in the way I want, and then that takes 1/4 of the time it used to take, which is great because it's allowed me to have extra time for things like streaming this. And yeah, we may see that somebody else has done a thumbnail where they've made it already conveniently done half the work of isolating a nice cut out and cropped version of a person we want to talk about or a thing we want to talk about, and we'll download it and then cut around it again, remove any evidence of their thumbnail and transform it in much the same way that you should transform the content itself. But just a whole completely and totally steal someone's entire layout, drop a tone over it, put some text on and go. God damn, man. That is some fucking lazy shit. That is lazy. This is my problem with Legendary Drops, because effectively I like his takes. I like a lot, the majority of what he says. Okay? Yeah, that was the Legendary Drop thing, yeah. I like a lot of what he says, but I don't like the reasons he says it. I like a lot of what he makes, but I don't like the ethics behind it. You know? It just seems like it's, I don't know, there's something rubs me the wrong way. But unfortunately, more often than not, he is right. And he is absolutely right here in illustrating a point that I made 2 or 3 days ago.
Never did I ever think.
Oh, and by the way, guys, let's just check how we're doing here. Oh, well, not bad. We're going to have a little gaming stream later on after the show. If you want that gaming stream to go on for longer, help the bar get full. Thank you very much. Griff, all that shiz.
I would see the day that we would see a games journalist. Guard was hailed by reviewers. Black Myth Wukong was character.
Whoa, what the fuck was that?
Never did I ever think I would see the day that we would see a games journalist crash out on social media and just say the quiet part out loud.
Literally what I said. Quiet part out loud.
That they are going to reduce the scores of games in the future if those games do not align with their personal politics or their personal ideology.
But at the end of the day, that is the core point, right? So whether or not he's, you know, just happens to have arrived at the same exact phraseology that I had whilst totally 100% nicking Smash JT's thumbnail is neither here nor there. At the end of the day, the point remains that the journalists are now just flat out saying that they are biased, that they are nepotistic, that they are not going to be fair. In essence, they've just proven Gamergate 1 to be completely and totally justified, vindicated, and everything else. Great. Wonderful. Here we are, 11 years later, and you finally admit that you have no fucking integrity. You have absolutely no fucking integrity in games journalism whatsoever. You are, in fact, going to just let any particular political or ideological affectation affect your work. Ladies and gentlemen, we got them.
It's never been said until now. We live in a world with such little accountability and responsibility that what happened to professionalism? Where did it go?
Hey, that's not my world, buddy. My world does involve some professionalism. At least I expect some professionalism from the people that are supposed to be the professionals. I'm not. I mean, this is the YouTube thing, right? We're not necessarily supposed to be professional. We're supposed to be professionally unprofessional, if you understand what I'm saying. Like, I'm sitting here. I'm not going to get up and leave, right? And just give you a chair stream, because that would be unprofessional. Okay? But at the same time, I'm also not going to throw on a suit and spend like $1 million to get some professional graphics just to sit here and instead, you know, tell you a bunch of corporate sponsored bullshit. I'm here. My games are here behind me. You know, this isn't a backdrop. These things are real, you know? It's authenticity. And it's professional unprofessionalism. But from the people who claim to be professional, I expect some fucking professionalism.
Go. What happened to just doing your job? How do you not recognize that when you are in a public forum and you are using the credentials of your employer at IGN, at PC Gamer,
there it is. You see, IGN wants you to see it as a professional journalism outlet. And yes, he is a little pretentious.
Your bio, you are representing that company. You are using their authority that they have given to you, and you are using the engagement that has been afforded to you because of your relationship with them to go out and propagate your ideas and say these kind of things.
That's true. That's absolutely true. Unlike a YouTuber, unlike a blog writer, unlike anyone like that, these people are backed by a machine whose entire ability to provide what it does is based on it having any credibility whatsoever as an unbiased source of news. This is the fundamental conceit that caused both Gamergate 1 and Gamergate 2. And IGN has, in fact, completely crashed out. If they're allowing Liana Hafer to even go out and make it clear that they are Liana Hafer, to then have no backlash whatsoever for this insane spurg fit on Twitter. There you go. There you go. The professionalism is dead. They are, in fact, if anything, less professional than YouTubers at this point.
That reflects on them. That reflects on your fellow writers. You don't care about that. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't understand how people can even come to this. I don't understand how they could think that something like this is acceptable. And it makes a lot of sense as to why a lot of people...
Guys, join the Grift Force. I can see a lot of green, but I can see a lot of white. If you're lurking and you like what I'm doing here, make sure you like the stream. Like the stream.
Like the stream.
That's right, and join the Grift Force. Help keep me doing this. If you like what I do and you want me to carry on, help keep it happening.
Don't find game journalism all that relevant anymore because they see that they don't respect their job, they don't respect their fellow writers, and they definitely don't respect their audience. They're constantly trying to attack them. They're pridefully admitting an abuse of power. They're done. It's over.
Yeah, I know I dropped something off my bookshelf. It's fine. It's nothing much.
It's over. They're cooked. They're crashing out. Today, what we're going to do is we are going to talk about video game journalism insanity and why the echo chamber that this industry has built for itself is now going to be its downfall. I'm never going to run out of content. But before that,
well, not as long as you keep using things that other people have already said to fuel it, no. And other people's thumbnails that you just slap text on top of, no. You absolutely will never run out of content. But hey, you know, again, I can't be too mad at him because, you know, what do? I look at news that someone else has broken. I look at rumors that other people spread. I add my color, my commentary to it as well. We're all doing it. We're all doing it in our own particular flavor that we hope will resonate with people in our own various ways, whether you want to be a sarcastic dick or you want to be completely in earnest. Personally, I like to bounce between the two. But, you know, that's it. And if you like it, support it. And that's what makes the world go round.
I need to thank you guys because if it wasn't for the support that you showed during the last displayed sponsor, well, they wouldn't have come back for a...
Wait. Oh, dude. So you're then going to do a fucking
second round and I wouldn't
drop?
be able to feast
Bye.
mounting system.
Bye.
This offer won't last. Journalism
Bye.
used to mean something. It was supposed to be about keeping players informed, holding developers accountable, and exposing.
I've never done an ad read. I've never had a sponsorship. I've never even thought about doing it. Apart from I used to support my friend's business in the description, I've never tried to get a sponsorship either. I really wouldn't want to have to do that to keep this channel alive. I'd much rather just chill and, you know, try to offer something fun to you guys.
Using bad business practices. Back in the day, if a game sucked or it launched in a
So far, the total combined value of my effort is $15.
broken state, you could count on Games Media to tear it apart in their reviews. Heck, you were looking forward to it. That's just not the case anymore. Somewhere along the way, they just stopped working for us. Now, instead of protecting players,
And this is true, by the way. This is again, he's kind of just stating the obvious, but it's good that he's doing it anyway, because more people do need to be talking about this stuff. At the end of the day, this dude is 100% telling you the most obvious, very, very bare bones version of what is the cause of and reason for and complication and central conceits of both Gamergates. These people used to work for companies that work for us. Now they work for companies that work for companies that work for investment money that works for people who hate us. There it is. At some point it changed. At some point it went that way. And now we don't fucking matter anymore. I don't know what end they think they're going to achieve, because eventually the money... Eventually it will dry up and we all stop paying for it.
Players from bad games, they're protecting bad games from players, protecting studios and developers from their audience, or they've just fully switched to political propaganda. It didn't happen overnight, but the shift is undeniable. Instead of giving honest reviews, journalists have become cheerleaders for the industry and their own biases and ideologies. Not good games, not for the customers, not for the people that are supposed to be reading these articles in the first place, but for themselves and their own egos. Instead of being our voice like they used to be before, they started talking down to us, devaluing our opinions, and trying to teach those
Yeah, that is exactly right. This is basically what I said in my What Happened in Gamergate 1 video like a year ago when I made that. That's what happened. It wasn't just that, you know, Zoe Quinn sucked some dicks. It was that before that, various publications had already started criticizing fans. If you looked at what was going on at that time, look at someone, for example, I like to bring up very often, who is Jim Sterling. Now, the reason I talk about Jim Sterling is, as much of a lib as he's always been, he used to make a lot of sense. Like, he used to be firmly on Team Gamer versus Team Corporation. He was very, very against anti-consumer or anti-customer practices. He was going on about, like, paid gambling mechanics and various other things like that. And at a certain point, it just started to creep in little by little. And now he is a tranny yelling at gamers. Artooleetoo, you fucking stone cold legend, gifting 5 Will of the Fans memberships, 5 new members of the GRIFT Force. Gotta love it, man. More people in the credits later. That's 5 more people in the member streams. That's 5 more people with access to the emojis. Guys, tell me what emojis you want, because I don't know, we don't use a lot of them anymore. We don't need all these versions of me. We don't necessarily need the numbered ones, because those numbers never happen anyway. So we don't need all of this stuff. We can add whatever we want. Tell me what you'd like.
toxic gamers a lesson. The players are no longer customers to be informed, but they are dissidents to be educated. You've seen the headlines, you can feel the vitriol, and it's led players to believe that they're alone. They're on their own. Nobody's fighting for them. Nobody is in their corner. And those who used to be an ally, those who used to share their perspective, have tried to take control of our beloved hobby.
That's it. That's it. There was a time you used to read. You used to read, like, I used to collect gaming magazines. I used to look at, oh, wow, that hasn't actually added to it, but, well, I'll add it. It hasn't, we used to read Nintendo magazine, official PlayStation magazine, various other things like that. Really, and the journalists involved what Nintendo Power, of course, is a prime example of this. We used to have official NMS, Nintendo Magazine System or something in the UK. I used to collect them. Meme Machines, Sega, PlayStation Mag, OPM, OPSN, all these fucking magazines. I got piles of them. I really need to go through them one day. There's so much like fodder I could use for this channel. But at the end of the day, the thing that really helped to convince you to buy that magazine was the people writing the articles. Yes, they had access to the industry, a little bit anyway, but they were on our side. They were going, hey guys, I got to tell you how fucking cool this is. You are going to love this. They worked for us. They wrote for us. They absolutely did. Whether it was CVG or NMS or PS, OPM or whatever it was, we had a great time with it. I remember when the Wii was announced and there was a real vibe in around 2006. Yeah, 2006, that Nintendo was going full tilt to get people on board by being as nice as possible. There was a dude back then who was the editor. I think his name was Pegley or something. Unfortunate name by today's standards, but hey. And he was 100% a friend of gamers. I'm going to try and find... Oh, no, he was the editor of PlayStation Magazine. Who was the guy editing Nintendo Magazine at the time? I cannot remember. I'm going to go through all these things one day. One day when I have a little extra time, which, of course, will never happen. No, I'll make it happen. I'm going to go do a stream or something where I just go through 50 fucking old magazines and show them off and look at what's in them. And we'll be able to convince ourselves once again that journalism was once a good thing. Because what we see now is pure unbridled corporatism and hatred of customers. DramaticaLaur for Australian $2.99 says, like fun facts, come to the Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 stream to see. DramaticaLaur likes to entertain me with fun facts while I play games. It is really wholesome. Thank you very much. All right, let's crack on. Because as much as... again, I have my own criticisms of legendary drops. This is all true.
For their own self-serving goals. Outside of a handful of journalists, I've just reached the point where I cannot trust game review scores anymore. Dragon Age the Veilguard was hailed by reviewers. Black Myth Wukong was character assassinated before it even released. Concord, one of the biggest flops in gaming history, had journalists saying that they couldn't wait to play more of it. While game reviews are opinions, they are a service that's provided to both the players and studios to make games better. However, over the past few years, they've begun to read more like personal manifestos than any type.
That's a very nice way of phrasing it, actually. That is a good way of explaining it. Personal fucking manifestos. Personal manifestos. They just go out there and they twist whatever there actually is to suit their narrative. Pump it into your face. You have no choice if you engage with it but to receive it, unless you also pepper in a few YouTubers who have made it our business to tell you what we really think and what we think of such manifesting.
Type of critical analysis of a product. You'd be hard-pressed to find a game review today that doesn't include some level of political or social political discourse, either cheerleading a game for pushing forth their beliefs or chastising the players that are saying that they don't want it. Well, journalists have pretended that this bias doesn't actually exist and saying that it's just in our heads. Well, now they let the mask slip. Writer for PC Gamer and IGN, Lena Hafer, the same writer who scored Dragon Age the Veilguard a 9 out of 10, is one of many gaming journalists that are having a hard time dealing with the 2024 election results.
It's pathetic. It's pathetic. You lost. You lost. You gave it your best shot and you lost. You lost clean, bro. You lost clean in a fight you tried to make dirty. I mean, what do you want me to say? Cope and seethe.
After the recent signing, changing the name of Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America,
that is such a troll move, by the way. That is such a Trump thing to do. The American exceptionalism and American imperialism are back. And to be honest, at this point, they're fucking welcome.
Took to Twitter to write, I'll take a whole point off the review score of any future map games that call it the Gulf of America.
The most fucking crash out shit you've seen from a professional journalist ever.
You think I'm joking? You think I want to do this
Apart from, of course, Alyssa Mercante, who has made it her whole genre.
forever? I can start some fires on the way out. Try to call my bluff. Nobody has
And for sure, it's got something to do with oil, yeah. Why not?
ever let this amount of soft power go to their heads before, as far as I know. Where's the accountability?
I have no issue with that. I really don't. The more I've thought about it, the more I've got separate from like the version of myself I was like 20 years ago. The more I've come to realize if there's something on the table that no one is claiming and you can take it, fucking take it.
And professionalism. I know that some people are going to make the argument that Lena shouldn't face any repercussions for using their
Liana. You must pronounce it right. Otherwise, you're a bigot.
freedom of speech in their off time, saying something on a public platform. But
for the record, American friends, it is Lara Croft, not Laura Croft. There's a U in the word Laura.
You have IGN's name and PC Gamer's names in your bio.
It's just a pet peeve of mine. Sorry.
Showing that you're employed by them.
And yeah, of course they've got unprotected now. What I mean, how does this industry think it has anything left? How does this industry think it has any fucking clout whatsoever? There is no fucking thing going on. TMB, thanks, Will. Yeah, I know. Oh, and by the way, regarding the Smash JT versus McDizzle thing, yeah, this is probably going to be covered not only by me, but also probably Hypnotic will make a reference to it. He's already tweeting about it. So
that's how you got your influence. That's why you have your followers. You know, in construction, we had a project manager that got fired because his company vehicle was parked outside of a gentleman's club. You may be on your...
That's right. That's the levels of, like... I mean, there used to be a thing, right, where Lara and Laura are not the same thing. Anyway, the perception of people associated with your brand used to actually matter. There was a time when if you were playing, for example, the Doctor in Doctor Who, you were not allowed to be seen in public smoking a cigarette. You were not allowed to ever be caught swearing, things like that. Now, fuck, God, you can be a complete degenerate and it only gets championed more.
Free time, but when you're running around doing whatever you want, flying the flag of your employer, you are representing that employer, and it makes them look complicit in your actions. I am sick of seeing developers and journalists representing their company, making a fool out of their organization without any consequences. What is going on here? Do they not realize the irony of their soft power statement when...
Yeah, that is super ironic.
They themselves are threatening to use their power as an industry analyst to penalize and attempt to reduce the sales and impacts of games to hold companies accountable to their self-imposed purity test for some...
Once again, he's dead on the money. He's absolutely right. That's it. It's all bias. There is no fucking objectivity left. It's all just different colored shades of shit and bias. That's right. Absolutely right. There we go.
Something that is now legally named the Gulf of America. These journalists never take the time to self-reflect. They are so captured by their own ego and main character syndrome that they are oblivious to the consequences of their actions or how it reflects on their...
Main character syndrome. That is something we are really seeing in abundance at the moment. And you know what else? There's another term for that, main character syndrome. It's called narcissism. These people will never become parents. First of all, because they've sterilized themselves, but also because they don't have what it takes to relinquish their main character narcissism. I know I'm new at this parenting stuff. My kid is still 8 months old and my second one is still cooking. But I have made a deal with myself that when these kids start talking, when they start having endeavors that they want to pursue, I don't matter anymore. I mean, I matter a little. I matter to them. And I matter in other ways, but not in the same way I did when the world was in my fucking hands. Like well, the world is only now in my hands. You know what I'm trying to say? You have to be able to let go of yourself and put others before yourself at the bare bones of it. And if you can't do that, you are not fit to raise a child. You're not fit to marry another person or even date another person if you cannot put them before yourself. These people cannot put anything before themselves, and they are giant fucking babies as a result. It's ridiculous. You have to be able to let go. You have to be able to torch something. You have to be able to invest something to be able to gain something. I'm still largely living off my own savings because I'm betting on this. My wife is betting on this. You know, she believes in me. I believe in her. We believe in our children. These narcissistic journo trash believe only in themselves, their own self-righteous fucking fart-sniffing bullshit, and nothing else. They have nothing else to offer the world, and they know it, so they make the world bend to them, and it is not working anymore. The spokes are off the wheel is broken. We do not want this. There is a world out there that you must participate in if you want anyone to take you even 1% seriously in any professional capacity.
Employers. When a games journalist just openly admits that they would punish a game based on their own personal beliefs rather than the actual quality of the product, it confirms exactly what players have suspected for years. Game reviews are no longer about games. They're about pushing narratives, exerting influence, and trying to control the industry. No wonder they lost their minds when Black Myth Wukong developers wouldn't respond to their allegations, because they need...
No, total non sequitur in chat. I love it. Fuck it.
that power. They need that influence. They can't have these developers that are stepping out of line. This isn't about one writer having a meltdown on Twitter. This is an entire framework of modern gaming media. These journalists are trying to shape public perception, to influence sales, and to try to determine exactly what games are considered acceptable to them.
He really needs a podcast, doesn't he? Because everything he's saying is really cool and accurate. The video is just him playing a game, though. It's kind of dull.
And while
like, I don't even need it to be like full screen. Like, it really shouldn't be. Oh well.
The relevance is waning, it's still there. And if they're willing to dock points on a review for something as trivial as developers following a legal name change, what else are they willing to manipulate? It opens the door wide to every conspiracy theory under the sun, and it leads me to believe that their beliefs are exactly what have ruined games today. Maybe this is why so many games feel the same. Why?
Yeah, because that is what has happened. That's exactly what has happened. We have seen the games industry completely begin to collapse as a result of, I don't know what game this is, Mech Warrior something or other, I don't know. But we've seen the industry begin to collapse under the weight of its own hubris, and we're going to continue to see that for a long time to come. There's no way this isn't ultimately going to bite them all in the arse at the end of the day. And we are going to have to deal with it. We're the gamers. We're the ones that are going to have to watch as our industry burns. And the problem is, you have to make that deal with yourself. I kind of have made that deal with myself already. I've said this in multiple streams. I've said it on WTF Live. I've said it on this show. I'm ready. Armored Core. Okay. I'm ready for the game industry to begin to crash and implode in upon itself. There are already more games that I know how to count that I haven't played, that I already have. Sometimes you guys even send me games on Steam, for Christ's sakes. Games that I've played, games that I've never played. The thing that I'm looking forward to more than anything to be playing this year is a remaster of a 25-year-old fucking JRPG that has actually been getting campaigned for the last 12 to 15 years in Suikoden 1 and 2 remaster. And you better believe when that comes out, I'm dropping everything to play it, because they just don't make them like that anymore. And when they come out, they're always absolutely riddled with new fucking localizations and various things like that. I am going to pitch a fucking fit if Suikoden comes out and they've changed the dialogue, even the janky dialogue. I don't care. I want it the same as it was, looking better with a better soundtrack recording. That's it. That's what we wanted with Final Fantasy VII Remake, and that's what we want with all the other remasters, remakes, whatever it is. We didn't need all the flashy shit. We didn't need all the fucking huge budget, hyper bloat, AAA, quad A bullshit, and we certainly don't need virtue signaling from companies or DEI departments. These things are going to kill the industry. There's no way around it. This is destined to happen, and it will happen, and it is inevitable at this point. And I say welcome it. Fuck the industry. Fuck the people who don't respect you. Fuck the companies that don't respect your money, your hard-earned fucking money. If you want to actually get paid for something, you better damned well show your customers a little respect. And that is all there is to it. Yeah, I can poke fun at you guys in the chat and troll you guys. That's the kind of relationship we have. Most of the time, I bow to you because you guys are here supporting my channel. Your watch time helps me to get paid by YouTube. What a wonderful thing to be able to say. I'm here being myself, and it's actually helping me support my family. What a lovely thing. You should be always really, no matter how your persona might be, whatever your kayfabe is, be humble about that. But these people have no fucking such humility. All they have is ideology, and that is why they fail. I've had enough of this. I've got to wrap things up now anyway. But we'll see how we're doing because I'm going to be streaming a bit later on. I'm probably going to wait. Let's see what you guys think. Let's see what you guys think. I'm going to make a poll. Should I go live in about 3 hours time for a very long stream of Kingdom Come Deliverance, or should I wait until about 8 or 9 hours from now and play it then? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? By the way, it looks like 88% of you have said that Cap 4 is going to bomb. But let's have another one. Start a poll. Stream KCD2 in 3 hours or 8 hours. 3, 8. Go ahead. Let me know what you guys think. Fastest way to get answers is to just let people vote. There you go. Who's going to be sleeping? We'll find out. It's okay if you can't make it to the live. You can always watch it later if you want to. I suck at the game and I'd like to get good at it, so I really need some time to play it. At the moment, we'll see. And there it is. What we seeing? What we seeing? Oh, it's very close. Shit. I thought it would be more obvious than that. 8 hours is winning. 8 hours from now is winning. 58%. Well, we'll see. Your ass will be asleep. I mean, it's very difficult because I'm obviously in Asia. Some of you are in the UK. Some of you are in Europe. Some of you are in Australia. Some of you are in America. There's no way to hit everybody unless I were to stream for like 12 straight hours. But we'll see. 8 hours is good for the UK. All right. Okay. It's not so great for America, though. It's like 5 o'clock in the morning for them. But I'll go for a long time, so they'll be able to catch it. Maybe I'll make it 9 hours just to try and give everybody a chance. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll come up with something else. You're Asian? You're actually Asian, or is that kayfabe? I'll be up in 8 hours. All right. It looks like the 8 hours has it now. And as we begin to get towards the end of the show, yeah, it looks like the 8 hours have won. 60-40. That's it then, guys. Democracy in action, I suppose. Thank you very much. All right, that will be what will happen then. I'll be back in about 8 hours time to stream Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I'll try and go as long as I can. At least a couple of hours based on what I'm seeing in front of me. And that's where we'll go. As for now, I hope you have enjoyed this. The what's that? TMB, I want to gift you Monster Hunter. I will not link my credit card to YouTube, but I do want to support you. Add me on Steam at Will of the Fans. And you can add, you can friend request me. I'm available. You can find me. It's the same logo. It's my face, the drawing from the Will of the Fans logo, and all of that good shit as well. If you wanna be doing stuff like that, I'm not gonna say no. I'm very happy to have plenty of ammo to be able to play games. I don't know when I'll get round to Monster Hunter though, because like I said, I'm gonna be busy with Suikoden probably until about May. But it is something that's on the list for this year. Certainly, even if I end up streaming it late. But we'll find out. I try to let you guys be as interactive with me as you possibly can. You can dictate what I do to some extent anyway. And there you go. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode. What is it now? 18? Fucking hell, we're getting up there already. Of HyperDrive time. I'll be back. We don't have it tomorrow or the day after that. I'll be back Monday evening with HyperDrive time. But of course, you've got WTF Live Sunday edition with the boys. And I'll be appearing on SNH, and so you'll see plenty of me that way. But until then, thank you very much to everybody, especially to James Up, HeavenlyJester, artooleetoo, and DramaticaLaur for your kind contributions. This bar is actually about $10 or $12 more full than it looks like, which is kind of irritating because of the way it works. But hey, There it is. I'll be back a bit later on to entertain you guys with some games. You can watch me suck, but until then, I'll leave you with the outro. Peace. Take care now. Bye-bye then.